Good evening, everyone. This is Chantay here. I have, my daily analysis today, but I am going to bring up COVID. I start off with COVID. COVID is a serious thing that is going on in our country and the whole entire world. So here we go. So globally, the global number today is 25,934,466. So we're almost at 26 million in the whole entire world. The global death toll is at 861,512. Here at home, we account for a fourth of those cases. We had 6,113,160 cases of COVID-19 with the death toll at 185,704. So as of this week, not even Friday yet, over 2,000 people have died in this country due to COVID. Here in other countries, because I already said here, we have Brazil almost at 4 million. They're at 3,997,865, followed by India at 3,769,523. Russia is now one of the countries, the fourth country to hit the million mark at 1,001,965. Peru has 657,129. South Africa has 630,595. Colombia has 624,069. Mexico has 610,957. And Spain has 479,554. Ecuador has 115,475. Dominican Republic has 95,627. Panama has 94,084. Guatemala has 75,644. Honduras has 61,769. El Salvador has 25,904. In African nations, Nigeria, which is the second highest, I believe, has 54,463. Ghana has 44,658. Kenya has 34,493. Cameroon has 19,460. Senegal has 13,743. And Gambia has 3,067. No, excuse me, 3,000. Gambia has 3,067, not 3 million. 3,067. I apologize for that messed up. Haiti has 8,258, followed by Jamaica as 2,683. Bahamas has 2,337. Trinidad and Tobago has 1,920. Guyana, for the G's. Guyana has 1,382. Belize has 1,050. Bahamas has 176. Antigua has 94. St. Vincent has 61. St. Lucia has 26. Grenada still holding at 24. Dominica still holding at 20, while St. Kitts is still holding at 17. Here at home, according to the New York Times COVID map, what I just read was the numbers from the Johns Hopkins University of Medicine website. California has 720,850. They're almost near the million mark, which I won't be surprised that they probably do reach a million. Texas at 649,233. Florida has 633,434. New York has 440,947. Georgia has 258,482. Illinois has 241,282. Arizona has 202,898. New Jersey has 194,378. North Carolina has 171,114. And Tennessee rounds out that top 10 with 154,833. So, as I said, we have no national corresponding strategy, no national strategy pretty much to combat COVID-19. I'm not surprised. It's nothing surprising at this point. And who was part of that 6.1 million is The Rock and his family. I think he released a video. I didn't really hear it, but him and his family all tested positive for COVID-19. So send our prayers to The Rock. But this right here shows this virus has no political affiliation, no discrimination, whether you're black, white, red, doesn't matter. It has no affiliation and no discrimination at all. I believe a baseball player died from COVID-19 as well. And like I said, this virus does not discriminate. So I send my prayers to The Rock. I send my prayers to Mr. Seaver. And this is a message to people that are denying COVID-19. And I'm going to say this candidly. COVID-19 does not discriminate against sex, religion, or race. This virus affects, weakens, and eventually kills. So that's why it's important to wear a mask, wash your hands, and continue social distancing. It may be hard that we all can't see our family. I haven't seen my mother nor my sisters within the last 5 to 6 months. I missed them terribly. But I am being a patriot and a responsible person to keep them safe by staying away from them. That is the best thing that we can do at this time to keep our families alive. So I encourage that. Keep our families alive. By the way, hey Jan, how you doing? So I watched Biden's press conference and Kamala's press conference, and Biden said back to school has always been a special time. However, with this crisis going on, parents are uncertain and have an anxiety of sending their kids back to school. He said if Trump and his administration have done their jobs early on with the virus, schools will be open and they will be open safely. That is true. If they had a national corresponding plan to combat COVID, America would have been in a better shape. Public health, on the education side, and with the economy. Look where we at now. 6.1 million. Over 185 dead. Almost close to 200. No relief for nothing. And no national coordinated plan to reopen schools safely. He also said Trump doesn't have a real plan to reopen schools, as I mentioned. He also laid out a plan with reopening schools, and one of them is, I believe, having Congress pass a separate emergency bill. According to his website, go to joebiden.com. You will learn more. $30 billion, and that money in particular will put changes in schools to reopen safely, which is true, because FEMA, as I learned watching this, is not giving money. They're cutting back on giving PPE to kids K to 12. Not realizing kids, especially from K to 5, are the super spreaders more so. They the ones that want to hug and touch their friends. Kids in high school will know, like, look, I'm not touching. Kids in junior high, it's a 50-50. But elementary school kids in particular, they love to touch. That's the touchy age, especially K to 2. Grades K to 2. Like, let's get real. Just saying. He also, like I said, he recommended a separate bill, and he told Trump this stark warning: get off of Twitter, start talking to Congress and from both parties, and invite them to the Oval Office. He always tout this deal maker. He's always this deal maker, but what about, like, just help people, like actually get shit done instead of being a super spreader and holding rallies in places and that people are going to get sick. And he held a rally today and pretty much no one had no mask on from what I watched. So I hope all of them go get tested soon as that they rally. But of course not, because, they're ignorant. So there you have it. Kamala Harris also was on a call for Minneapolis to talk to Minneapolis voters. And she said our country is at an inflection point with the coronavirus. She expressed the parents' worries, and she said Donald Trump is offering no real plan to reopen schools like Joe Biden said. She said by day one we need to start implementing our reopening plans, which it's on the Joe Biden website, and one of them is giving PPEs and, reassuring, school teachers and everything, and they will work with FEMA to make sure kids have everything they need. And then she said is when people vote, things change. It's true. When people vote, things do change. They change. Not just the country itself just change, but everything changes with people. People start to learn, start to talk more. We get to have these uncomfortable conversations without ready to beat the shit out of people. Because even though sometimes that is in me, even though like, oh, Chantay, you won't do anything, you don't know what I can do. But I'm just saying. But I just learned that 10% of Minnesota homes do not have fast broadband. I mean, I'm not surprised because in my mother's home state of South Carolina, my aunts were telling me that the broadband is bad. So I believe that. I'm lucky. I live in New York City, born and raised. I got my internet is good money. That's why I'm able to do these lives. Do it from my phone. I can do stuff from my computer, or my iPad if I want to. So, and my TV is a smart TV. So that's why I'll be busting my ass to pay that damn cable bill. But there's a lot of places that don't have, that the necessary broadband, and she's right. Like, this is where I tell people, vote like your life depends on it. And you can vote for who you want. I'm not telling you who to vote, whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent. However, if you vote to keep Donald Trump in, here's what you're going to get. Another 4 years of coronavirus lingering for probably the next 8 years. More constant denials, a fast push for vaccine, which they're doing now. The promotion of hydroxychloroquine. Let's see. Americans that make under $125,000, which is the middle class, the working class, and those in the low class, the low income class, will suffer and endure a lot of afflicting pain in their pockets. That's what will happen in another 4 years of Donald Trump. And of course, more racial tension and just more attack on our free speech for those who don't agree with him. So that's what you will get in 4 years if you do not go out and vote for a respectable candidate. Like I said, I'm not telling you who to vote for, but I'm warning you, if you vote for Donald Trump, you're going to get those things. So let that all sink in. Because right now we are at 6.1 million cases of COVID. Over 185,000 dead. A tanking economy. No relief to save us from this economy. No, none of our foreign allies are there to help us. We have no medical experts to ease our pain. We have Donald Trump lying to us and telling us to basically drink bleach or take hydroxychloroquine that already people say that will kill you. And just absent leadership. That's what we have. So we need to let all of that sink in. So that's why I'm telling you, vote, because that's the only way that change will begin. And then if you want to write letters, you can also write letters to the White House demanding your change and demanding to speak to people. That's how you get things done. You don't get things done by running your mouth, complaining. Like I said, I don't want to hear you complain if you don't vote. Oh, why Donald Trump is still here? Because I'm going to ask, did you vote? And if you say no, I'm walking away and I'm dismissing the conversation. I don't care how you feel. I don't care. Because you did not make change. Because our ancestors died for the reason that we have the rights that we have in terms of voting. Martin Luther King did not die in vain. Medgar Evers did not die in vain. C.T. Vivian didn't die in vain. Nor John Lewis did not die in vain. So we can sit on our asses and not utilize our right to vote. So I hope people in my generation and down will realize that voting is a way of change. And like I said, you want to make demands? Write your stuff down. Start organizing and also mobilizing, and also send letters to the White House or to your local elected leaders. That's how you make change. Or better yet, run. Run for office. That's a start too. That may not be everybody's choice, but it's different ways that you can make your voice heard. And it starts with you voting. Until then, you have a great night.